China's 1-0 victory over Spain, achieved through a late goal from Wang Zhoubin. He, along with the captain Wang Yafeng, are the two that have played in all three of China's Paralympic five-a-side football experiences. And they're tough to stop. With the 26 shots at goal that China had in their match against Spain, the two Wangs had 24 between them. So it's a dual threat. Excellent dribblers. They'll move the ball quickly from side to side. Mexico used all 10 of their players at one point or another in their defeat to Argentina, with Jesus Garcia giving all of his players a little bit of experience of the Paralympic Games for the first time. Lowest ranked side in the competition at 17 in the world, and up against sides ranked 2, 3 and 4 in the same group. So it was always going to be difficult, but they did impress against Argentina, who are probably the best team in this pool. GUERRERO is a pretty durable defender. Rubicel de la Cruz is the man who'll be charged with trying to get some shots away and trying to get Mexico's first goal in football five-a-side at the Paralympic Games. Number 10, Gustavo ARANA, turned 23 yesterday. Quiet celebration, I'm sure. Good hand for the referee from Brazil. Wonder to what extent the crowd will get behind the underdogs from Mexico tonight. Of course, there has to be complete silence when the ball's in play. It's a unique atmosphere at the football five-a-side, and one that's been immensely enjoyable here in Rio. The players trying to assimilate all the various sounds around them. The sounds from the ball, which has the ball bearings in it. It rattles when it moves across the ground. It's much quieter when it moves through the air. And of course it gets closer to or further away from the kickboards down either side of the field. And visually impaired athletes using their ability to locate the ball, all the signals that they're receiving, teammates giving them instructions, noises coming from the opposition, guides behind the goals, goalkeeper in the goal, head coach on the sideline. All of those sounds and instructions being used by the player to form a picture of what's going on, where the ball is, where he is in relation to the other moving parts all around. It's an extraordinary feat of concentration that these players achieve, as well as the bewildering skills that many of them possess. Zhu Hongmu, 57-year-old Chinese coach, led the team to 5th place in London. But if they get a win here, he'll know, his players will know, they'll do better than that this time. Already, Jesus Garcia has achieved something in leading Mexico to these games for the first time, and the standard of competition in visually impaired five-a-side is strong in South and Central America. They've done well to get here, but now they are here. Want to leave a lasting impression. Only goals and points will do that. Crowd being asked for silence one last time. And all the blindfolds will be rigorously checked by the referee and his team. Some of the players have limited vision, others are completely blind. The blindfolds ensure a level playing field. And we're set for the off. So a special atmosphere for the night match in the Paralympic football five-a-side. Mexico in the black strip, China in the red. China knowing a win will seal their place in the semi-finals and take Argentina through with them and knock Mexico and Spain out at the same time. But Mexico on Paralympic debut want to have something to say about that and perhaps score for the first time in Paralympic five-a-side. Zhoubin collecting the ball for China and setting off in pursuit. Rubicel de la Cruz trying to keep him away. Wang read his intentions well. Nice turn by Wei. And Wei trying to keep going himself. Francisco Rangel with the tackle for Mexico. First touch for Wang Yafeng, the Chinese captain. Let's watch his dribbling prowess. Look at this. Just ran into the Mexican captain, MILLAN. Should be Wei's ball for China. And Wei looking for the early shot between the defender's legs. Nothing to trouble AMOZURRUTIA in the Mexican goal. Wasn't at all common in China's first match in the group that any player other than the two Wangs got a shot away. This is Wang Zhoubin who got the goal, the only goal against Spain. They were patient, they worked hard for it, but they did deserve it against the Spanish. Wang Yafeng. It's going to be a goal kick to Mexico. De la Cruz up on his own. Past two and still, oh! It was really close there to the opening goal of this game and Mexico's first ever in five-a-side football at the Paralympics. It was a super run, but just drifted away from him at the crucial moment. Wang Zhoubin. Yafeng. Defenders have to keep saying "voy" loud enough that the player with the ball can hear them, so that he has an idea where they are. They, of course, can hear the ball rattling and they know it's at his feet, so they've got an idea of his location. De la Cruz. He started confidently here. Just broke down at the crucial moment. Wang Yafeng, you can just sense him taking on as much information as he can about the location of the various defenders. Wang Zhoubin senses it's the time to strike. In by Rangel. Stationary ball makes no noise. The referees have to be sharp and step in to alert the players to its presence. Here's Wang Yafeng. Nobody up with him. He won't mind that. Off he goes. Lovely little bit of close control. Oh, closest China have come. Great appreciation for the skill of Wang Yafeng. Wei with the interception. It's opening up for Wei here. Yes, he's got it. Super goal by WEI Jiansen for China in only the 6th minute. He got all the way into the penalty area, but took on board the extra information, checked, and was able to slot the ball away. Terrific run and great composure. What a good finish. That spells trouble for Mexico. More goals China can score, of course, the better, but their last group game is against Argentina, whose goal difference is +3. That takes China to +2. And Wang still has it. He's being urged to shoot, but couldn't get the clean contact on it. So 2 more goals for China anyway, and they'll move above Argentina in the table, meaning that a draw in that final game would be enough for China to top the group. And that might be important because, well, the odds are Brazil will win Group A. Try and avoid them, I guess, in the semi-finals if you can, with great respect to the other teams that are in that pool. Wang Zhoubin. Yeah, it's a foul by Marco Ramirez Guerrero. Yeah, scratch of the head. The problems are starting to accumulate already for Mexico. China are getting through that defensive group quite easily, really. Without that foul, he might well have been in for a clear shot at goal.
Marco, escuchas el balón, Marco, y el gol fuerte.
Shutao, rather it's Wang Guishun, he's a Chinese guide. Maybe the chance for this shot. Oh! Splendidly placed by Wang Yafeng. And China are 2 up inside 9 minutes. And surely on course for the semi-finals. Swiftly moved it away from the wall, and they were quite slow to react. And the little nick off Mian didn't really help, but it might have been going in anyway. What a start by China. de la Cruz. Chinese defense sticking together. Keeping a good shape. Now Wei. Can receive instruction in that middle third of the field from the head coach on the near side. Wang Zhoubin away from one, there's a gap immediately. And more chances. We might find the rebound here. Rangel relieved to be able to bring it away from the danger area. Feels at the moment like China could rack up a large number against Mexico here. It's the quicker dribblers of China causing Mexico perhaps a slightly different type of problem to the one they faced against Argentina. Here's the goal from the free kick. They just didn't react swiftly. But Wang Yafeng is certainly quick. He's got it again. Well, 10.5 minutes. China 2 up. Tough job for Mexico from here. Unless they can get a couple of goals. They'll be certainly out of the competition. I think Spain know that their chances of winning a medal are over as well. Mexico would have to win for them to have any chance of staying in the competition. It's extremely slim regardless. Good hand for Rubicel de la Cruz from the crowd, trying their best to encourage the Mexican team. LANZAGORTA is the player coming on. Plays for a team in Puebla, which he actually founded the team. Mexican corner. First of the game for either side. And it's played back towards LANZAGORTA. Nice turn. China are always there in numbers. Know exactly where one another is, that's the first thing. And they're moving as a unit around the ball. LIN Dongdong coming on for China. First rest for Wang Yafeng. Crowd applauding his goal.
Please.
Wang Zhoubin, right from the goalkeeper. Is he going to try and go the entire length of the field here? Well tackled by Rangel. In came GAO. He is the last line for China. GAO just guilty of a little shove on the far wall. So the Mexico free kick, first foul by China. Ramirez, Guerrero and LANZAGORTA over the ball. Midway point of the first half, hasn't been a good start for Mexico. Instructions from their guide will tell them they're a good 12 meters out here. And a red wall of Chinese players able to block the effort from LANZAGORTA. And the goal kick is the eventual result. The Mexican defense is just obviously a lot more porous than that of China. Appreciate the Chinese runners are a little swifter and excellent technical dribblers with the ball. There's a different approach with the one man leading from the front, and once that man is beaten as he is now, there are spaces for the attacking players to find. China never seem to get isolated in a one-on-one situation. It's constant backup for the tackler. LANZAGORTA was the meat in the sandwich there. The referee's given that as a team foul against Zhoubin for a trip. So a tiny bit of good news for Mexico that those team fouls are accumulating. If China commit 4 in this first half, then when the 4th one's committed, Mexico will go to the 8-meter penalty spot and get a shot at goal. What's the referee seen here? It's Kenji Iguchi, the second referee, who's just presiding over this free kick. XU Huachu, Chinese goalkeeper, second games for him. He was part of the squad in London, where they finished 5th. Decent effort by LANZAGORTA, moved it quickly to his left foot, got it low and hard but wide. Timeout called with just over 10 minutes to go in the first half. Both teams get one timeout of 1 minute per half. Zhang Lijing, 22-year-old, is coming on for Zhoubin. Zhang will get his first minutes of these Paralympic Games. He was in London too, so he has some experience of this competition. So we take another look at some of the tussles so far. Goals by Wei and Wang Yafeng have China with a distinct advantage here. And as things stand, moving joint top of the group with Argentina, and both teams on 6 points would be guaranteed a semi-final place, and they'd play off to win the group. Here is Zhang, who's just come on. It's opening up for him. Decent effort, he got plenty of power on it. AMOZURRUTIA rather relieved that that whistle passed his near post again. He'd be a little concerned with the ease in which ZHANG got into a good position again. Contrast that with the other end, where there were immediately 3 China defenders right around the ball carrier, and it's so difficult. LIN Dongdong went crashing into RANGEL. Lian away from LIN. Oh. LIN almost tackled him from behind there. So that's the 3rd team foul, and the 2nd team foul. Okay. GUERRERO, and a shove given by the referee. Well, China are accumulating fouls here. Just a little bit over-eager from LIN Dongdong as we look at ZHANG's effort on goal. Well, they are going to the 8-metre penalty mark after all. So an opportunity here for Mexico, which LANZAGORTA is going to take after these changes have been made. LIN, who's committed a couple of fouls, is going to take a breather. YU Yutan. So China have committed 4 team fouls, and that's the reason Mexico have this chance. Jorge LANZAGORTA against XU Huachu.
Centro.
For Mexico, good save. Good save by XU. It's tough to beat a goalkeeper from that range. Don't often see an 8-metre penalty fly in. It's pretty accurate from LANZAGORTA. Still looking for their first goal. Might get more chances though this half. 7.5 minutes still to play in it, and China in team fouls trouble. It's just defense in great number from China. Terriers around the ball. ZHANG. No great control. GUERRERO. ZHANG tackling from the wrong side, but Wei using his evident strength. huge amount of noise coming from the sidelines. Such a welter of instructions. It's almost cacophonous for the Mexican players. Plenty of noise coming from the China bench as well. How much is too much? Here's Wei. Calming things down, getting himself a bit of space, going away from goal to come back. It's cool, isn't it, when players who can't see the ball have the confidence to play a back pass to the goalkeeper. It's perfectly placed as well by Wei. YU Yutan is trying to keep Rangel boxed in here. Rangel has to keep the ball moving. That was a foul. LANZAGORTA just shove into the back of Wei. Well, he can afford to look pretty relaxed. Coach Zhu with the 2-goal lead. Yellow card for the Chinese coach, and equally for the Mexican bench as well.
Mexican coach, yellow card.
They always protest their innocence, don't they?
Substitution for Mexico.
He was for giving instructions when the ball wasn't in the central third of the field. Areas of responsibility are divided up. The attacking third, the guide behind the goal, talks to the players. In the defensive third, it's the goalkeeper, the coaching staff. When it's in the middle third, talk to the players from the sidelines. 5 minutes to half-time, 25 minutes each way. And YU picking up some speed here. And that was a good reaction tackle by Rangel. Referees are stopping the clock on a regular basis here. Some things to check on. Jeremy Gimares and Kenji Iguchi. China corner, and it's YU merges with it. Zhang came in with a block on one of the defenders. De La Cruz is back out there for Mexico. Well worked out that he had that pass onto the far side, but Zhang's in there again for China. Now Rangel speeding after his own pass forward. Just run out of space. Here's De La Cruz, but again, Wei is in the way. Here's Yu. Away from De La Cruz. Away from Rangel. He didn't realise that Rangel had committed to the tackle. Shame, really. The skill has actually had a more deceptive effect than he was able to realise. 2.5 minutes to the interval. It's all good for China at the moment. Mexico showing little sign of being able to penetrate this, frankly, tigerish Chinese defence, but brilliantly organised too. Zhang. Crowd felt that one as he threw the leg through the ball and cracked it into Mian, but no harm done. Constantly talking Zhang, the defender, to let the attacker know he's there. He's got to keep making that sound, voy or something similar. Well, De La Cruz was trying something extraordinary there. The crowd loved the intention. Great expression here from Rubicel. De La Cruz trying to lift it back over his own head and over the defender and run down the side. Sadly for him, it sailed over the kickboards. China ball then, last 2 minutes of the first half. Yu on the run. China have been able to rest their two star players, Wang Zhoubin and Wang Yafeng, for a little while now as well, with a 2-goal cushion. So their less experienced players are getting minutes out there, getting experience. Mian trying to find Marco Ramirez Guerrero. Ramirez into China territory. Run right into Zhang. Referees are happy that Zhang did nothing wrong, but Ramirez cracked his head in the process. As long as Zhang is making his presence known to the attackers by saying voy or equivalent sound, then he's okay. He got a read on the ball, he got a foot to the ball. Mexico call time with 56 seconds to go in the first half. Zhu Hongmu looks pretty relaxed, doesn't he? Not many instructions to impart to his team. Mexico have got all the thinking to do. What's the way around that Chinese defense?
Substitution in Mexico for R11E. Substitution de Mexico número 4 por el número 11 entra.
So with Mian off and LANZAGORTA on. De La Cruz is staying on for Mexico as well. So 2 forward-thinking players. The last minute of the half. And Gustavo Arana has come on for De La Cruz. Arana was the target of the long throw from AMOZURRUTIA. Mexican corner. Clock stops in the last 2 minutes for corners and for free kicks. LANZAGORTA moving away from the corner. Arana trying to wrong foot them. Tough angle. Needed more power on the shot really to have any chance of troubling Zhu from there. Quick readjustment for Mexico as China look to counter quickly. Here's Yu. Are they content to run the clock down? 30 seconds. Drawing out the Mexican defender, LANZAGORTA. No joy with a long pass. Now the goalkeeper looking for Yu. Handful of seconds left. No time for a shot. So the first half will come to an end with China completely in control, and Wei asking the crowd for further support for the Chinese team, which got off to a terrific start. The goals from Wei and from Wang Yafeng inside the opening 9 minutes. And real trouble for Mexico as the lowest ranked side in this competition. They're now 2 goals down to a good team in China. And as things stand, China are sailing through to the semi-finals. Half-time, China 2, Mexico 0. Well, it's a decent crowd and they're giving the players a good hand at half-time. It's been entertaining. Mexico have had slightly more of the ball according to the statistics. I think that's slightly misleading in that much of it has been inside their own half. China with more shots and certainly troubling the goal on more occasions. 2 good finishes when they got into those good positions. Wei's in particular, I think, was really well taken. It was a good dynamic run, but he had the composure to just check himself, set himself, and then very calmly pass the ball in. His understanding of what was around him was absolutely top class. Wang Yafeng's goal was quick thinking from the free kick and quick movement, and then a far more violent finish that whistled past AMOZURRUTIA. And those 2 goals in, what, 4 minutes have probably sealed the Chinese win. You never quite know, but their defence has been so solid since then. The defending on block, really well organised, really together, just smothering anything. Best moments then of the first half. De La Cruz had that chance early on for Mexico. It just ran away from him. China began to threaten. Here's the run from Wei, and just look at him check back here and then calmly pass it in. What a super goal this is. You think of how fast that happened and the calculations he was making in that time. It's extraordinary that he processed it all. Wang just crucking one past the goalkeeper. The wall perhaps was a little bit slow to adjust to the free kick being taken. And that meant the goalkeeper was unprotected. That was Zhang Lijing. The 8-meter penalty. China did commit some fouls. The 8-meter penalty was well saved. Yu went on a charging run, and Rangel will have enjoyed that tackle, but it was China who enjoyed the first half. The better side, they've got 2 goals to show for it. They'd like another goal to take an advantage on goal difference over Argentina in this group, with a showdown between the two to come in the final round of matches. So plenty still to play for in the second 25 minutes. It's China 2, Mexico 0 at half-time. So the players back out after a swift break for the start of the second half. "25 minutes left. Can China get the third goal, which would move them top of Pool B with one game to go? Or can Mexico make a bit of history and get their first goal in Paralympic football five-a-side? They might just settle for that. Referee making it very clear to the guy that he's got to stay within the area behind the goal. It's clearly marked out. So we're underway for the second 25 minutes. China dominated the first half. Can they find more goals in the second? Zhang Lijing winning a corner for them straight away. Still the two Wangs, the two Chinese star dribblers, remain on the substitutes bench. Painful blow sustained by Mexico defender here. Guerrero. He took a knee. Yu from the corner. He's got blockers causing a bit of disarray in front of him. Mexico weren't put off though. Ramirez Guerrero. Yu probing away. Looking towards Zhang. Mian got there first. Rangel. Wei is a great wall by himself, isn't he? Corner China. ARANA made the challenge. Charging out from the corner with Yu, but ARANA was charging in to meet him. No quarter asked or given. And here's ARANA for Mexico. Ramirez Guerrero. Zhang using his body to keep the opponent at bay. Well, in the end, they left the ball behind and went at it. It's Zhang in the end who makes the foul.
34.
He was partly dragged away from the position of the ball and then decided that he would get the better of his opponent one way or another. LANZAGORTA's back on. Maybe with a view to doing something from this free kick. Chinese wall just inside the penalty area. Practically right on the boards. The free kick. Wei was very quickly out to meet that free kick, but LANZAGORTA still going at it, and it wasn't too far off an own goal, as Yu got more contact on the ball facing goal than he would have been hoping for. LANZAGORTA's taken a blow to the head, and so play will be stopped for that. Seems to be okay. GAO, the Chinese last line, who came out to meet him. It's a bit of a collision. Referee instructing Mexico to play it back to China after he stopped play for the injury. So we're back underway in earnest, and here's ZHANG. Well, best effort of the second half, and the referee says it got a nick off a defender. So it will be a Chinese corner. Third Chinese corner of the second half already. And it's a real race to get out from the corner or to block him before he can escape. Yu. RANGEL did well. Zhang Lijing, pass one, shooting chance. Oh, did the goalkeeper make the save outside the box? That was very tight. I'd like to see that again. My instinct was that AMOZURRUTIA might have just come out of his goalkeeper's area. His way. Difficult angle from there. Good run by ZHANG, he got a long way in. Must have been touch and go, but the referees were really well positioned. China still dominating the shot count, 11-5. And just one Mexican effort has actually been on target in the match to this point. We've nearly played half an hour. Good skill from MILLAN. Never got conclusively away from the first defender. Now he's got away from three. He's through. Oh, they just got back at him in time. Crowd noise didn't do him any favours. And they did get excited for the Mexican team, and totally understandably. It's a bit of skill and a bit of good fortune from MILLAN, and plenty of strength that he got through the middle. Here's the run by GAO. An unusual foray forward from him. LANZAGORTA for Mexico. Bundled down rather unceremoniously by Yu. LANZAGORTA again. Ran right into ZHANG. Here's Zhang Lijing, setting off on a jinking run. Ramirez was making contact with part of the ball, so he was on safe ground. Yan's pass to Ramirez, took it quickly. attempting to switch the play. Yu into some space. They're a bit disorganized here, and he nearly punished them. Good break by China. Rubicel de la Cruz is coming back on. Started with a switch of play from Wei, and then Yu moving it well from side to side. Mexican defenders had lost contact with one another, and well, he was pretty narrowly wide with the shot. De la Cruz, nice bit of skill. Yu found the ball, but he's being led a merry dance here by De La Cruz. Ran into Zhang. LANZAGORTA and De La Cruz are both on together now for Mexico. Wonder to what extent they'll be able to cooperate in a forward sense. Nice footwork from Yu to drive into the gap. Now, what next? It's an ungainly challenge by De La Cruz, but the referee saying he went shoulder to shoulder. He's probing. It's just brilliant close control, but Chinese defense stayed really focused and made it good tackle. Zhang it was. Never any power on the shot from Zhang. But as Mexico are starting to push forward a bit, there are spaces for the Chinese team to counter-attack. Here come the star players again. Well, it was 2-0 when they left the fray. It's 2-0 when they're coming back in. One wonders if Wang Zhoubin or Wang Yafeng can provide the finishing touch here for China and seal the victory. And maybe even the 3 or 4 goal victory that will see them move top of the group. Could be really significant in the race for medals. Brazil haven't won the other group yet, but they do look to be the best side in Pool A. Everybody really expects them to win it, so for the group winners in Pool B, a big advantage of avoiding the host nation in the semi-finals. Rangel's got to go back and recover this now. Knows full well it came off his own player. Good challenge by Zhang. What now from De La Cruz? LANZAGORTA instead. Chinese defenders just stick so manfully to their task. Super turn by LANZAGORTA. Oh, he's unlucky. He's unlucky. Rolled away from 2 defenders. Just created enough space to get a shot away. And they were so close. They were still nibbling at his heels. He wasn't fully balanced when he took the shot. Immediate injection of pace from Wang Zhoubin. De La Cruz, I think the crowd are hoping he might produce a bit of magic for Mexico. Rangel has Wang Yafeng right behind him. But Wang kidded him there into thinking that there might be some space down the touchline, but Rangel escaped nonetheless. Zhang, Lijing, they're working so hard for one another, the Chinese players. Zhang, tight angle, but just when he thought he was going to get a shot away, just lost balance. A super tackle though to win it back. It's just not a moment's peace for the Mexican ball carrier. Head injury for MILLAN will stop the play. He's not happy about something, the Mexican captain. Well, Wang Zhoubin was there shoulder to shoulder with him. It was pretty rumbustious, but I think it was okay. Here's Zhang at the other end now. What happened here? I wonder if he just got clipped his ankles as he went into the penalty area.
Substitution in China, number 8 out, number 4 in. Substitución de China, número 8 sale, número 4 entra.
Zhang Lijing's had a good spell on the field. Back comes WEI Jiansen. He'd only had 3 minutes of rest. A little bit longer than that when you count the stoppages in play.
Substitution in Mexico, number 9 out, number 5 in. Substitution of Mexico.
Ramirez Guerrero going back on. De la Cruz is going to sit down. He's only been on for 5 minutes. Another little reshuffle from Jesus de Garcia. Wants a bit more defensive reinforcement, perhaps. China's top players are back out there, one of whom is Wang. What a super effort that was from Wang Zhoubin. Fine save. Wang Yafeng this time, one-on-one. That's a corner. What a good try that was. Wang got the shot away early. It was drilling right into the bottom corner. One of the best saves from AMOZURRUTIA in this game. Midway point of the second half. China 2 goals to the good. Heading for a semi-final place as things stand. The referee's given that against China as GAO came out as a blocker from the corner and just steamrolled the defender. Yeah, he's deliberately blocking, trying to create space for the ball carrier.
Second personal foul. Segunda falta personal.
Takes GAO up to 2 personal fouls. If you get to 5, you've got to be replaced immediately. In truth, I think that's fairly unlikely, but here's Wang Zhoubin. It's opening up for him. Now MILLAN read it well. Stuck with the Chinese attacker again. He's having a decent game, MILLAN, for Mexico. It's not easy against these quick-footed dribblers. Just watch the organisation of this Chinese team. One goes immediately. There are two lying in wait, closing the gap. The one never gives up, so he's coming back at the ball carrier. LANZAGORTA attempting the double drag back. Wang Zhoubin emerges, and he's around the outside here. Another good save from the goalkeeper. Crowd want to show their appreciation. Another super bit of play. Oh, is there a pull of the shirt there from LANZAGORTA on Wang Yafeng? He went down in spectacular fashion as if he'd been grabbed and pulled through the air. LANZAGORTA immediately shown the yellow card. It's getting frustrating out there. Oh yes, he took a great big tug of the shirt. Just a sensation, I think, of being surrounded by Chinese players every time you get on the ball, and then nibbling away, often at the ankles. Contact all the time, no space, blocking your passage. It's tough to get through.
For Mexico, falta para Mexico. Referee timeout.
It's getting quite feisty out there. Ramirez Guerrero in need of a bit of treatment.
Second team forward.
Still, there is an incentive for China to go in search of this third goal. And for Mexico, though, getting a couple of goals to stay alive in the competition, to retain a slim medal chance, looks difficult. A goal in their first Paralympic five-a-side tournament will be something to really celebrate. Wang Zhoubin, terrific skill, finding himself space away from MILLAN, not quite RANGEL. Wang Yafeng, away from Ramirez Guerrero. More space here. Well, they're starting to threaten a third goal, China, with quite some regularity. Awkward off-the-ball collision. I wonder if the goalkeeper's throw there cleared the halfway line. That might be the violation that was called. Here's Omar OTERO, a 25-year-old forward. Only got a single minute in their opening match against Argentina. Could he be the history maker for the Mexican team? And the Goalkeeper's throw is not allowed to clear the halfway line, hence the Chinese free kick bang on the centre spot. Wang Zhoubin. Lovely skill to get away from OTERO. Ramirez Guerrero found the right line, got the tackle in. And that's going to be a corner. He's doing good work back there. Seven minutes and 10 seconds left. Wang Zhoubin. Wang Yafeng away from the initial challenge. Now what's he planning here? Back onto the right side. Another good save by AMOZURRUTIA. He's being regularly tested. Defender has to get there. Goalkeeper can't come out to pick that up. It's tricky for the defenders when they're going back towards their own goal like that. Don't want to get a big contact on the ball and give the goalkeeper a problem. Have to make sure that the attacker stays behind you, keep your body between him and the ball. Well, he's grabbing hold with two hands there. Yep, and he's been penalised for it. There's Wang Yafeng's latest effort. Well, the referee's given it against Mexico for grabbing on with two hands, but no, he's given it. Wei was rightly penalised. 5 minutes left. OTERO with a chance to have a run here at the China defence. Well, that will count as a shot on target, but it'll be a misleading statistic. Ramirez Guerrero. Neatly done, but there were always too many defenders. Daniel VIERA's coming on for the first time for Mexico, 19-year-old forward. OTERO's brief spell on the field has ended. Rubicel de la CRUZ is back in the fray as well. Wang Yafeng for China. He's manoeuvred the Mexican defence around brilliantly at times. He's got one goal. Can he find a second? Super tackle. In fact, Wang Yafeng in the end was a bit late into RANGEL. Wang Zhoubin now. Blocked by RANGEL. De la CRUZ. Last 3.5 minutes. Trying to get a third goal. It'll be a significant one in Pool B. It'll mean if they just get a draw with Argentina in their last group game, they'll still top the group. Rubicel de la Cruz punished here for the little shove on Wang Yafeng. There it was.
Second team forward. China time out. Tempo China.
China taking a 1 minute break with 2:41 left in the match. It ends with a 2-0 victory to China. And they will be dead level with Argentina at the top of the group. As things stand, both teams have won both their games, scored 3 and conceded none. So China with the restart, and Wang Zhoubin, a good strike with a low shot. Got it fizzing across the artificial turf, but not hitting the target. It's always an ooh and an ah when the long ball just misses the attacker in a forward position, but it's so difficult to get on the line of the pass. Wang Zhoubin attacking from deep once again. 2 minutes to go here. Still Wang Zhoubin. Ran into traffic in the end. Wang Yafeng with a challenge, and now there are only 2 defenders back. Can Wang wrong foot them both? Maybe a second time. Oh, good tackle by Rangel, and then the collision between Wang and Ramirez Guerrero forced the stoppage. Oh dear, the Chinese captain's in some trouble here. Yeah, it's just the boot that lands on the arm, I think. As the Mexican defender was just getting to his feet. He's all right, mercifully.
Substitution in China, number 11 out, number 8 in. Substitution in China, number 11
Might as well get some treatment as soon as possible, Wang Yafeng, for that bruised arm. Bring on ZHANG for the last 1 minute 20. Nothing much to be gained, really. China have got the win in the bag with so little time to go. Still a third goal would be to their advantage. With China and Argentina on identical records, if they did draw the last group game, then I suspect they'd have to have a penalty shootout at the end of that match to decide who would win the group. But that's for another day. If China get a goal now, that'll take it out of the question. Wang. A long way out to try his luck there. Keeper had a good sight of it coming towards him. Again, Mexico trying the long ball. No messing from the goalkeeper. Last minute, can Mexico find their first goal in the Paralympic five-a-side competition? Rangel trying to bustle his way through. Goal kick is the call. He's still running hard. He's still trying everything, Rangel. China's turn for a long ball. Ooh, Zhang nearly picked it up. VIERA, 25 seconds. Still VIERA. Zhang is with him. Last 10 seconds. Time for a shot maybe, ARANA. No time for a shot. Another strong performance from China, who make it 2 wins out of 2. And both they and Argentina are through to the semi-finals. For Mexico and Spain, there will not be a medal in the five-a-side football, but China have every chance of winning one. Goals from Wei and from Wang Yafeng in the first half, in the first 10 minutes in fact. And it ends China 2, Mexico 0. Chinese team really enjoying the acclaim of the crowd, and why not? They're a really good unit. They are properly together in defense. They are very difficult to penetrate. Mexico are a tough side. They tackle well, they tackle hard, but I guess they just haven't had the time together in the same way that the Chinese squad have. They're improving, but China are contenders here. 21 shots, 8 on target. And from the moment that second goal went in only the 9th minute, you did fancy that